What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I'd like to give my thoughts on draft prospect James Pearce Jr. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you would like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to give my thoughts on draft prospect James Pearce Jr. James Pearce did play his college ball at the University of Tennessee. He goes about 6'5", 245 pounds. And he is one of those guys that I think the Falcons should strongly consider drafting in the first round of this 2025 NFL draft. He is one of those guys that has a quick burst off the edge. When I watched his film, he does jump off the film of his athleticism, which is something I think the Atlanta Falcons lacked last season in the trenches, is having that guy who could track down a lot of these mobile quarterbacks in today's NFL. And that's one of the things that I noticed about James Pearce Jr. is his ability to have that quick first step. But another thing that I liked about watching his film and his highlights and things of that nature is he's a pass rusher that uses different moves at times. So he's a guy that can speed rush, but he's also a guy that uses his power as well, where he can bull rush. I saw plays where he was able to dip inside of the offensive tackle and get a sack. I've seen plays where he drove the offensive lineman back into the quarterback using power and the bull rush. And then I've seen him also on stunts and things of that nature. But he's a very versatile player. And being that Raheem Morris and Jeff Ulbrich is going to be running a multiple defense, 3-4, 4-3 schemes and things of that nature, I really feel like James Pearce is one of those guys that's one of the top talents as far as off the edge. I also seen in his highlights and things of that nature, he was able to drop into the flat and get a pick six, intercept the ball and take it to the house. So he is one of those guys that's an explosive athlete. He is a guy that plays with a relentless motor. I seen him chasing down quarterbacks, and chasing down running backs from the opposite side, which is something that I love to see when I see defensive linemen not giving up on plays where they're chasing guys down the field. And that's something that I've seen. But he has great closing speed, and he has very good length, has really, really long arms. He is one of those guys that I think will have success in the NFL with his ability to use his long arms to shed and, create separation and don't allow guys to hold him when he's trying to make stops in the running game and when rushing the passer. He's a guy that puts me in the mind of Gregory Rousseau, a guy that I wanted the Falcons to draft a couple years ago that plays with the Buffalo Bills. I think he's like 6'6" or 6'7", but he has really long arms, really rangy. He is one of those guys, like I said, that's a premier athlete. So I do think he will be one of those guys the Falcons could draft in this upcoming draft. And I definitely think he would be worth that number 15 pick. If the Falcons want a defensive game changer, a guy that can rush the passer, he does. He's one of those guys that I think would have some success in the NFL. He had about 30 tackles for loss in his college career, 19 and a half sacks in his career, and 1 interception for a touchdown. So, like I said, he's one of those guys that I definitely think will fit in this Atlanta Falcons scheme. But I'll have a lot more content coming for you guys. You guys give me your thoughts on James Pearce Jr. I definitely think he should be one of the top edge guys taken in this draft. And the Falcons, with us needing more playmakers in the front seven and on the defensive side of the ball, I definitely think he could be a day one game changer, a plug and play type player. So with that being said, I have a lot more coming for you guys. But as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.